Dana is in for Keith this week. Nice to have at least something other than just the oppressive heat to talk about.
Yeah, it's been very, very busy in the weather
Yes,
office
a lot
today.
going on out there.
Between very summer-like heat to some damaging thunderstorms that have gone through today. We'll have a couple more hours of that, but at least the excessive heat at least will be over after today, though it'll still be warm tomorrow. These were our high temperatures today. Felt more like a beach day in Florida than a day in June in Maine. We got to 94 in Portland today, 95 in Augusta, 95 in Bangor, 92 in Calais today. Now, because of the heat and the humidity, the National Weather Service continued their excessive heat warning for all of the areas here shaded in pink, which is most of the coastline. The areas shaded in orange are under a heat advisory, which includes areas north of Augusta and north of Bangor and the eastern half of the down east coastline. Now, in addition to the excessive heat that we saw today, we also saw a lot of thunderstorm activity. This is because we had a lot of heat, a lot of humidity, and a cold front moving through. It meant we had a lot of thunderstorm fuel in the atmosphere today. So we had a couple of severe warned storms earlier. Most of those warnings have since expired at this point, as these storms have started to fall apart. But we still have some areas of heavy rain and some lightning in areas just east of Bar Harbor and a system east of Rockland. A lot of lightning associated with these systems, especially. Most of the showers in the Lakes region and areas north of Portland have started to lighten up at this point. A little bit of a stronger cell just south of Paris. And then I want to point out this system because look at how much lightning there is. It is offshore of Wells at this point, but really a ton of lightning and some heavy downpours associated with that cell. So as this cold front continues to move through, it is actually going to stall off the coastline. And that means, unfortunately, we're not going to get a lot of reprieve from the heat overnight tonight. In fact, most of our temperatures are only going to drop down into the mid to upper 60s, which is cooler than last night, but still about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. So as this cold front continues to move through, this is a look at 7 p.m. We are still going to have some showers and thunderstorms continue to move through the region tonight, mostly through areas of southern and western Maine through the mid-coast at about 7 p.m. This is a look at around 9 p.m. moving into areas of the mid-coast and down east Maine. And then once the sun goes down, we do lose some of that thunderstorm fuel, but we'll still have a couple of showers and thunderstorms pop up in Washington and Hancock counties. And by around midnight, then the rain will finally be out of our area. But because that storm is going to kind of linger right off the coastline, we're going to have a bit more cloud cover, especially early in the morning on Friday, but we're not expecting much precipitation throughout the day. However, another system is going to move through the weekend and will return to temperatures closer to average for this time of year. However, a lot of just kind of on and off shower activity, especially throughout the afternoon on Saturday in areas of the kind of the southern 2/3 of the state. And then some more shower and thunderstorm activity moving throughout the state starting on Sunday. This is Sunday at 7 a.m. moving into areas of northern and western Maine, and just a lot of shower activity on and off throughout the afternoon this weekend. Rain forecast sees 2 to 3 feet, water 60 degrees. I did stick my foot in the ocean earlier today. Can confirm it was very cold. Tomorrow, still going to be temps in the upper 70s to lower 80s, but still much, much cooler than we've had for the past few days. Once we start getting into the weekend, we'll get back to our, I've been calling it regularly scheduled programming for temps in the upper 60s to lower 70s. However, we will still have those chances of showers because of that stationary front. So Brian and Amanda, luckily the kind of excessive heat is starting to kind of work its way out of our area. It's been very, very hot, and hopefully the rest of the thunderstorms that move through tonight will be a little bit less severe, but we'll keep a close eye on those.
Yeah, no, you'll track those through the night for us. Dana,
I will.
Thank you.